Jesus said, if you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. Now look up. There are two sides of faith. Have you seen a coin before? Can I have money? Okay. Let me use this. Nigerian currency has two sides of it. The first part is this, where the head of one of the heroes of faith, Azikiwe, is. There is another part. If you present money to people or to someone, and that money has this part and doesn't have this part, do you think it can serve as a legitimate legal tender? Why? Okay, it's not complete. There are two sides of faith. We know the first one, we don't know the second. The first side of faith is believing in God. This is the one that everybody knows. But there is another side of faith that people don't know. It is believing in yourself. That's the second part of faith. Believing in God, believing in yourself. Like we are going to touch the word. Yes. Don't ever doubt who you are. Don't ever. Do you know what the devil does? Should I teach somebody something here? The devil will pass you through fire, pass you through fire, pass you through things, pass you through things. You will go through things to the point that you start asking questions of things you know we are true. Look at John the Baptist that introduced Jesus. Luke chapter 4 verse 1, Matthew 4 verse 1, two of them. He screamed, behold the Lamb of God that takes away the sins of the world. He was the one screaming it. When he was 6 months old in the womb, Jesus was a month old. Two of them met and greeted. So at 6 months, he knew who Jesus was. And while Jesus was coming, he was baptizing. He lifted up his eyes. He was just telling them about Christ. He said, you people think I am powerful. There is someone that is coming that is more powerful than me. He said, whose latchet I cannot lose. And then all of a sudden, Jesus was coming. He said, behold that man, I'm telling you, the Lamb of God that takes away the sins of the world. He was the one that introduced Jesus. But one day, because of lack of wisdom, he came into the house of Herod and began to scream. He lacked wisdom to deliver prophecies. And then he was locked up. And they kept him there. And he was hearing news that his death had come. Jesus didn't visit him. Do you know what the same John said? He started saying, he sent people. He said, go and ask Jesus, are you still the Messiah? Or should we expect another? The devil will pass you through difficulties to the point you start doubting who you are. There are things God told you be like. How do you reconcile that Joseph, who saw 11 stars bowing down, was now naked, stark naked, in the pit? And then he landed in the slave market as a slave. Do you know what the devil wanted him to do? To stop dreaming. If that thing he went through made him to stop dreaming, he wouldn't have had the dream that brought him out of prison and crowned him. So the devil will pass you through things so that the other part, he may not have a challenge with you believing in God. But once he gets you to doubt you, you have started doubting God. Once he gets you to doubt your potentialities, your latent capabilities, the enormous gift is deposited on the inside of you, he has gotten you to doubt the perspicacity of God's personality. If he can get you to doubt it. So all of a sudden, Gideon, a man that was supposed to be a mighty man, who had prophecies, was threshing floor, corn, and even the corn was not his own. It was for someone. That's why when the angel of the Lord came and said, "You mighty man, Gideon," he believed in God. Oh, he believed in God. Yes. He said, "We have heard the story of how this God divided the Red Sea, how this God wrought miracles and mighty things in the days of our father." He said, "But I came from the poorest of the family. I myself, I am the most little. My family is the most little in our kindred. Our kindred is the poorest in our clan. Our clan is the poorest in our community. Our community is the poorest in the tribe. And our tribe is the poorest in the whole tribes." He started doubting himself. That's why he was threshing corn. The Lord didn't give him any strength. The Lord just opened what was hidden. He said, "Travel in this your might, mighty man." So there are two sides of believing. The first part is believing in God. The second part is believing, please sit down, in your abilities.